Dot and Bubble.
Dot and Bubble.
This was the 5th episode in the latest series of Doctor Who, or should I say Series 1. I still don't know why we're calling it Season 1. I see the reason why is because we bring it into Disney, but technically it's not Season 1. However, this episode isn't the episode I was, in all honesty, hoping it was going to be. I was expecting it to be a lot more Doctor and Ruby focused. I kind of thought this was meant to be the episode before last week's episode, 73 Yards. And now I feel like this should have been the next episode might be better. I feel like there's going to be more Doctor and more Ruby in it, which puts a bit of a downer. This whole series, there's been something that has been completely missing in every single episode. Whatever I try and do, it's always been missing. And I've been trying to think, what is it that's been missing? The simple answer is I haven't had an idea what it is until about just a couple of days ago when I finally triggered. We haven't had that TARDIS scene where they've been inside the TARDIS. Bear in mind, this TARDIS set has been around for the last couple of episodes since the Christmas special. And this TARDIS scene hasn't been used in any of these episodes. Yes, we see them re-enter the TARDIS and we see them exit the TARDIS, but we don't get that chat. You know, the chat inside the TARDIS that basically says, hey, where are we going to fly to next? What's going to happen? Or something happens to the TARDIS, or the TARDIS just goes, hang on a minute, I'm moving, the TARDIS is going somewhere and I end up here. We just end up walking outside the TARDIS and starting off the new episode when the Doctor and Ruby get involved. There's no information that tells us what's happening. Now, this could be part and parcel with the Susan Twist whole storyline that's currently going in place with this season. I'd love to know what happens. There's only a couple of episodes left in this season, and I'm struggling to work out which of the episodes will actually tell us. It may be coming in the finale of this season. Will this be the answer that these questions haven't been answered with? Or is there something more deep inside that we're just not going to get to know until the next season? This episode, Doctor Who, Dot and Bubble. I love this episode to a point. There were some points in it that we'll get to that I wasn't fully getting until I actually watched the aftermath episodes, such as Unleashed and Behind the Scenes. I didn't actually notice these until I saw them. And that was the fact this whole episode was designed based on racism. Because the Doctor is a different colour and no one else in the episode apart from the Doctor is a different colour, and the people just wouldn't be rescued by someone who was of a different colour. I didn't notice that.
We couldn't travel with you.
Why not? It's the moment when we look around and everyone is white.
Because you, sir, are not one of us.
The moment we cast Shooty, everyone said to me, oh my God, what's it going to be like when he goes into the past? Because a black Doctor's going to face such racism. You sit there going, what about now? And why do you think racism's only in the past? When you look at what's happening to the world.
Like you will die! Out there! And I can save your lives!
And I feel bad about it. I feel bad that I didn't notice this throughout the whole episode. And I'd love to know, did you feel it? Did you notice it before you found out in Unleashed? Or have I been the one who's just told you that if you rewatch the whole episode, you won't see another race of character inside this episode of Doctor Who? I just feel there's always something missing. I feel like there's something not there in the whole episode. I feel like something, in all honesty, should be improved. I get where Russell T Davies is going in all these episodes, but at the same time, there's always that key thing missing. There's always something missing that makes me go, this isn't where I used to love Doctor Who. This isn't the reason why I love Doctor Who. I'm even in question that to this day. Do I love Doctor Who anymore? To be perfectly honest, I want to say yes, but I don't think I can at the moment. This episode has made me go, in all honesty, I don't have an answer. I feel like this episode, it's definitely trying to say that social media bad is a bad thing. But at the same time, I don't know. There are plenty of things that made me go, all right, social media is a bad thing. It can be a bad thing. We can get locked into our own bubble. But I don't think the being able to not walk without being told exactly which way to forward, walk forward, turn left, walk forward, walk forward. I don't think that was needed. I don't think the human race is going to be in that area in a couple of years' time. I just have a feeling something was missing, something was off. I can see where Russell T Davies is trying to predict the future, but at the same time, I think I'd like one of those dots, but I don't think I'd have it on every single day, just like I don't have my phone on every single day. My phone is on, I just don't pay attention to it half the time. If anything, I pay attention more to my PC, or I'm out and about walking the dogs, or rolling down hills, or swinging Jean round a roundabout. Either way, there are plenty of things that could have been... I'm still trying to make up a word for this episode, and it's not exactly the word that I want to say. I feel like on the good to bad scale, it's... I think it's there, in all honesty. I really think it's there. I don't think this episode has got everything it's all was hyped up to be, or everything I was expecting wasn't there. I think the fact that we've just had a Ruby-centric episode in the previous one with 73 yards, linked to my thoughts up in the cards up there. However, I think after that episode, we needed an episode where the Doctor and Ruby were together before they moved into this episode. I feel like these episodes should have been more sporadic about, and maybe something in the next episode should have been placed a bit further before, and they should have done their Susan Twist type cameo further on into that episode, like they've done in this episode, where the Doctor has finally realised, hey, you were the ambulance person. So there is a lot of things there, just I don't entirely know. I feel like I've enjoyed Doctor Who, and I feel like I'm enjoying it. I'm not too convinced on this whole storyline. However, I'm very glad to see that a lot of the fourth wall breaks haven't been happening in these later episodes. I feel like they would have listened to a lot of the feedback from people, even though these episodes were shot way in advance prior to the episodes that we watched to this one. I just feel like those fourth wall breaks were a lot of immersion breaking, and I'm so glad that is back. And I'm so glad we got the Doctor Who title sequence back. Because, in all honesty, I missed it last week. I love sitting there and going, diddidum, 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 diddidum. I just love that beat. It makes me feel excited. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel energetic about the episode of Doctor Who that I'm about to watch. Except for I feel like this one shouldn't have had a title sequence after saying that. I feel like something was missing again, and I feel like if they're going to go down this line where things are missing, I think they should have it missing from a lot of episodes, and it all comes down to some sort of big bang near the end of the season where the title sequence comes back in, they all come out of a dream or something like that, and Susan Twist is revealed. I feel like that whole thing should be come together, but there is definitely some situations where I don't think it could be increased. I don't think it could be better, and there's also some things that I think, yeah, everything can always be improved. So overall, how would I rate this episode? It's a definite that one. But you can like this video and subscribe. Till then, bye-bye.